So hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once more. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Cuphead show, which it has been good a little bit since it's come out. It was like 3.5 weeks. But so by now you definitely would have had enough time to see it. So this will contain spoilers for those who may care about spoilers for the Cuphead show still. Um, let's get right into it. So I think the way Netflix took with Cuphead was smart and well played by changing not only the bosses into levels of the game, but into characters who have personalities and roles in the show. And not only that, but it's definitely the show is definitely marketed toward a younger age audience with how the show plays out comedically, with its humor, jokes, animation, and so on. But there were a few times I noticed some adult humor in the show, I believe. Uh, Overall, it was a good show. Uh, Another thing I liked about the show was that instead of Cuphead and Mugman fighting each bosses with different firing types in their fingers, like such in the game, but they were again going towards more comedic and dealing with things as to not disappoint their elder kettle, which is their father figure. As for spoilers, I'm not going to get too much into that just because if you've seen the show, you've seen the show. If not, then you can go see the show on Netflix. Um, But going back to the humor I mentioned earlier, I think there was a more on the mature side of things, but it was just kind of a little joke where Mugman breaks his handle whenever Kim and Cuphead are playing, and he's told that the handle fairy would come and give him his manhandle. If you know, then you know. But that's the most mature that any joke would get in the show. Uh, I think the voice acting though was pretty well and kind of on spot with the animation and the character design as well. Although I did not know what Cuphead and Mugman would sound like from the game, but from the bat it sounded like they were almost Italian, which I could be totally off about. But I don't know, it just caught me off guard. But I think it definitely did suit them more as I would watch more and more. And their voicing throughout the plot went well, with their dialogue, their and so on. But the supporting characters such as Devil, King Dice, Pork Rind, and Miss Chalice, they were all really nice to see played out as well, being either a reoccurring character or just somebody that helps along the way. The script and the setting of the game, as well as showing that the script was the setting of the game as well. Sorry if my words are bad. Showing that the two main characters aren't adults or mature even, but they're really just young, fun little cups and mugs that want to have fun and explore the world. Although if there was one thing I would have changed about how they went about each enemy of the show was that they have more of a conflict or a fight between the main characters of Cuphead and Mugman and the enemies. But I think it still was, again, just going after the younger audience, so it was targeted like that. As for the animation, I think Netflix did okay with it. I definitely couldn't do any better. But with the characters having different things done to them constantly and being crazy as young cups and mugs they are, they're always getting into something different. It was very nice to see in comparison to the game being a show, but in my opinion, it does lack that same vintage look that the game captures so well and settles with. Meanwhile, the show settles with more of a more modern take on animation instead of the classic kind of vintage look that the game had. But overall, I would say the show is like a 7 or 8 out of 10, maybe a 7.5 just to balance it out. Uh, but there wasn't too much else to cover on the show. I think it was pretty straightforward if you watch it. Uh, if not, I would recommend it if you like the game, or if you want to watch it with somebody. Maybe you have a younger brother, sister, or a son. Not a son, but maybe. But yeah, I think it was a nice show overall. they have confirmed season 2, so I will be watching that whenever it comes out. Thank you for watching this review if you have. It does mean a lot to me that you do spend the time to watch me talk about movies and shows. So, and I do very much enjoy it. So again, thank you. But as for now, that's all. Thank you for listening to me talk about Cuphead, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and bye.